All right, folks, a pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on where you're joining us from. This is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the grounds of the legislature, of course, here up Capitol Hill, where the first branch of government sits. And of course, just a quick update. Today has been another successful day here up Capitol Hill with the legislature convening another sitting across both houses, the House of Representatives and that of the Senate. And from the House of Representatives, the major news in the country today happens to be the action taken by that body for the addition of 14 extra seats to the already existing 73 seats at the House of Representatives. And this is coming from the backdrop of the census and the Constitution of Liberia, wherein there's a threshold as per the law. And whenever there's a census conducted, immediately after a session, there's supposed to be some legislative actions taken in terms of demarcation in line with what the threshold is. And so based on that particular constitutional or legal background, the legislature or the House of Representatives today took that action, adding 14 additional seats. Montserrado and other counties are expected to see an increase in the number of lawmakers coming from those counties. Why it is a situation that has got Liberians divided, expressing different views. The House of Representatives action today is subject to concurrence or let's say concurrence by the by the Liberian Senate. So what that means is that the Senate will obviously be taking action as well, whether they agree or not with the House of Representatives. And so that's one of the major happenings here of Capitol Hill today. Another important one is now, okay, so let's move quickly to the agenda, the happenings today from the House of, from the level of the Liberian Senate. There were several actions taken today. Today's section or today's sitting was one of the shortest in recent time. The sitting lasted for less than 45 minutes. And of course, there were a few items that made it on the agenda today at the level of the Liberian Senate, the 57-day sitting of the second session of the 55th legislature. Today, there was a communication from the president on his travel to Abidjan, to Cote d'Ivoire. As most of you are aware, the president left the country since last evening, and in keeping with laws, the president communicated with with the legislature, informing the first branch of government of his absence from the country. There was also a communication today from the senator of Grand Cru County, Senator Numini T.H. Batikwa of Grand Cru County, submitting a bill for enactment, an act to declare the first Saturday of every month a National Sanitation Day in the Republic of Liberia. And following the presentation of this particular instrument, the lawmaker went on to have an exclusive engagement with a journalist covering the Liberian Senate, where he disclosed that the initiative is not geared towards getting rid of the legacy of Senator Madam Mary Bro, but it's rather geared towards legalizing what has already been existing since the days of Madam Mary Bro as mayoress of Monrovia. The country have experienced a first Saturday of every month set aside to be that time where from 10 a.m. Let's say from the early morning hours to 10 a.m., businesses are closed, offices and other businesses across the country are closed to observe that time as a sanitation period where you get to clean the homes, the streets were being cleaned and all of that. So this particular instrument from the Grand Cru County Senator is geared towards making it legal so that the first Saturday cleaner will not just be another mirror board, as so many people refer to it, but it will rather be something that has some legal backing, especially coming from the legislature, so that whenever it's first Saturdays, businesses across the country remain closed. So that instrument was submitted today. It appeared on the agenda. There were actions taken. It's been sent now to committee room. The Committee on Judiciary and Internal Affairs and other committees concerned have been asked to take siege of the matter. Also appearing on the agenda today at the level of the Liberian Senate uh, was a communication again from Grand Cape Mount, from the Grand Crew County Senator, Senator Numeni T.H. Batikwa, uh, calling on the government of Liberia to ensure that all those involved with mining activities in the country get to pay some sort of a revenue to the country. And so the communication uh, from the Grand Crew County Senator is submitting a bill for an enactment so that the folks who are involved with sand mining, the mining of rocks across the country, get to pay royalties to the government of Liberia. And again, following this particular submission, it was one of the issues he discussed in his brief engagement with the media. And the lawmaker have been saying that the fact that those people are generating revenue, is very important that the government of Liberia get to benefit from some of the proceeds they are generating, since in fact the rock and sands that are being mined from the country, from different parts of Liberia, are part of the resources of the country. He stressed that there are so many folks who come to the country and go to the Ministry of Mines and Energy and get licenses to do different kinds of mining, but at some point they will narrow it to the mining of sand and rock across the country. He said, oh, it is against the law, especially so when sand mining and rocks and all of those things are part of the businesses that are set aside for Liberian as per the Liberianization policy. But he also wants the government to ensure that while they carry on these activities, they can get to pay some proceeds to the government of Liberia, as in taxes and others. Well, on the flip side, there was an appearance. There was an appearance expected to have gone on today, which did not happen. Well, and that was due to an ongoing hearing. As most of you are aware, the budget hearing is on. Different ministries and agencies of government are making their way here at the legislature, and the hearings are being conducted at the both houses, the House of Representatives and that of the Senate. So the Senate hearing, the budget hearing, went on simultaneously with today's session. And so based on that, the Finance Minister, Minister Augustine Kwehi Gafuan, should have appeared today. The Education Minister, Dr. Jaso Jala, and Dr. Cecilia Cassell, the Director General of the National Concession on Human Rights, and other officials of government should have appeared before the Senate today, the Committee of a Whole. But based on the budget hearing that's currently ongoing, especially so when you had folks on the security sector here today addressing the Liberian Senate from from the different aspects with respect to the budget, what they expect, what is being appropriated, how they expended, what was entrusted or allotted for them for this particular budget year that's gradually coming to an end. Since in fact the security sector and other institutions have been going, having their own hearing, this particular hearing with the Committee of a Whole was being pushed. So at this point, especially when the vice president, was presiding, there was a little bit of, conversation around when exactly should this particular hearing be conducted, since in fact it's very important. But the plenary then decided that the hearing takes place on Thursday at 10 a.m. So what that means is that Thursday is going to be a very jammed day here at the legislature, especially at the Liberian Senate, when in fact you have this particular hearing with the Finance Minister, the Minister of Education, and other top officials of government going to be taking place on the same Thursday. And then on the flip side, you have the hearing that was postponed yesterday, is being pushed to Thursday as well. That is right after session. You're going to have that particular hearing taking place. And also, you have the session and the regular budget hearing all happening at the same time. It means that Thursday is going to be a very busy day here up Capitol Hill. But another key thing I thought to bring to your attention is the one that has to do with the report from last week. Most of you are aware that last week we updated you with the conversation on the floor of the Liberia Senate with respect to salary reduction for legislators across the country. That conversation is expected to take place this week. But from what we've seen so far, there are no indications that there's going to be the introduction of the conversation around salary reduction for legislators. This instrument was presented by Senator Abraham Barras DeLon, calling on he has presented this bill that the lawmakers, I mean the salaries of lawmakers, which currently stand at 8,000, be cut down to 5,000, so as to save the government of Liberia 4 million annually that could be directed to some other initiatives that could further benefit the country. Well, immediately upon the introduction of this conversation, once the committee, the Senate's Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance started this particular data briefing, the entire floor got noisy. And since then, Liberians have been discussing this particular issue. There have been different conversations around whether or not this particular bill is going to pass through the legislature. The Senate then decided that by this week, we would have seen the debate go on with respect to the salary reduction. But so far, today is Tuesday. We have Thursday next, which is already booked, and then that could probably end up the regular session or sittings here at the legislature for the week, except that on other days there are some committees that get to work. But with what we've seen so far, there doesn't appear to be any sign of that particular conversation resurfacing this week. What is going to happen next week or the week after next, that is something that remains uncertain. But there are also concerns that the legislature or the legislature in its entirety, the House of Representatives and the Senate, will be going for a break, the annual break. They're going to be taking the annual break very shortly. The budget happens to be one of those key instruments that is set to be passed, especially within this period before the legislature goes for the annual break. With all of these happenings, Liberians remain so much concerned as to what's going to be the fate of this particular instrument for this second session of the 55th legislature. Well, those were just a few updates we thought to provide you with respect to some of the happenings here up Capitol.
Thank you very much, Nelson Coletta Spoon TV, Spoon Network. That's our Nelson. So, but shout out to gotta give credit to Spoon TV, the Spoon Network for the video. Nelson Colette updating us from the Capitol building. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself this well, it's evening on my side. So yeah, thank you for being here tonight. This is the Night Exchange. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience as always. Thank you for your thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being a part of our little show, our little program. We appreciate you who made it your business so come by. Even though we are not, you know how people like big names, right? They like to be a part of the fries. And you always want to be part of little Amy and her little crew. We appreciate you for that. We appreciate you. So guess what? The day we make it, you will be the first in line. Thank you for that. And just share the show, please. Do us a favor. Share, and sharing is caring, right? And come back. Let's talk Liberia. A lot of stuff is going on, guys. We got to talk about it. Um, even though the crew is busy, like I keep telling you, I can't wait for that holidays to come and pass. This everybody keep it's too much going on with this whole holiday. Everybody busy traveling, doing stuff. Big news from Batala Board to Ray. I will wait for him to break that news. So I'm not gonna rush for this. So let him take out his thing behind the scene. When he ready, we'll break the news to y'all. But anyways, that's what's been going on. So as you all know, I always say it's just to keep you updated, to not because you take upon your personal time to be here to watch us and coming on late. We don't take that for granted, right? So we have to update you. Not that we're telling you about what's going on in our lives or anything, but you gotta respect people when they give you 1 minute of that time. That is something that you cannot get by. You cannot get back any time for anybody. Time is very important. So when people give it to you, appreciate them, yeah, for it. So, oh, Mr. Davis, let me bring. Hi, Mr. Davis. How are you?
Good, you. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. I was just saying hi to the people, the good, wonderful people of Liberia. I was Kudo Nation. We will get it someday. We love that little country that gave us hard time so much, but there's no place like home. I'm like Dorothy right now from the Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you know that movie or anybody else watch it, but yeah, I used to think Dorothy was a very, big girl growing up watching her, right? Now when I look at her, I'm like, she just a little girl, a teenager. Like, why did I think she was so grown? But anyways, when you're young, you look at other people, you think your eyes, I guess, that deceive you when you're younger.
Definitely.
So you don't know about that movie, so let me just be quiet. Mr. David, what's on your mind? What's going on with you? Tell me. I haven't been paying so much attention to Liberia, but a little attention I paid. I think I'm curious about something that I heard today. Nelson touched on it, and I think we should talk about it too. I'm so disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but sad that the guys are not here to give them their, to give for everybody to give their input on this because it's important. It's something. It's kind of like change different in our country, and is I don't know, but just tell people what's in your mind, and we'll get into it. Maybe we'll be talking about it, and other people will join us.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all our listeners wherever you are. Please share the show. We are here to steal. We are here to tell you people what on our mind and to discuss some issue concerning our community.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what on my mind is the same old thing.
Yeah.
Patriotism. Liberian people are still thinking like sometimes listen to some shows, some programs, some podcasts. You see the people talking. When they talk, say getting they're not from our country. I don't know the one that said to be where they were or they want to be in power before everything will be good to them. So they don't. When something is good, say it good. When it's bad, you say it bad. Sometimes I listen to Spoon one time, so I take part in Spoon discussion, and the guy so I really enjoy is that guy from the comment section, right? He
Mm.
yeah, he can say when something good, he can say it. You don't say negative about it, but from the CDC angle, I don't know. They say negative in their car. Say I'm gonna fight until they come to power. Yeah, why are you fighting? When there's something good, say something good. Myself, when something good, I will say it. Good. When bad, I will say it. I like especially when I say it.
I trust you. I know that's right. I know you don't have any special with, and that's the flavor that you bring. That a lot of people like that. Say I like the Mr. Davis flavor. He just say it like it is, unfiltered. That's that's it.
I say it the way I see it.
He said I've lied. But anyways, let's start with the MCC, right?
Yeah.
Good news, good news, good news. And so think about it. Something from what you just said that people were fighting this to not happen because it hurts my head, and I'm pretty sure it hurts every other Liberians that care, about good things happening in the country and don't care about so much politics. It hurt their heads too when they seen these kind of thing, like something good in the pipeline to happen for your country, right? Something that when it happens, it's not going to be for an individual, right? It's not going to be for a political party. It's not going to be for special friends or whatever of the president or his family. It's going to be for Liberians. So if you are fighting that from happening, to not happen, like you against it because you feel that the person you support is not in power. It's kind of, I don't know. I can wrap my mind around it, but I'm not gonna think about it too much because once you do think about Liberian problems too much and how the people think and how they rationalize things and how it hurts your head, so you take your pressure up to another level. But it just sometimes a little confusing. Why would people think that way? But anyway, the MCC comparison, whatever they call it. Today in DC, Liberia was reaffirmed to be, in one of the country in the run for those millions. So, as we going on and it's drawing down to the wire, how much now? The whole thing is now is how much that we're gonna get. It's not about if we're gonna get it anymore, right? From the way things are. So let's hear your take on that.
Yeah, it is good whether they give us 1 million, whether they give us 20 cents. That's not our money, that's not our resources money. My own purpose is that the uses of the money. So how well Liberia going to use it for the Liberian people to benefit? It's
Mm-hmm.
individuals to package those monies. If they give the money to the Liberian government, the
That's not money for people to pockets, Mr. Davis.
government should,
It's money to it.
yeah, where everybody going to benefit. Let's example, when I go Liberia, I should benefit. When I go, the way they're facing the electricity, because me, I can walk about, I want to last year. When I go Liberia, I can walk about, they can say, wait a minute, you don't get no security, you're walking about it last year, but what do they want to do? Anybody say you, they will also always follow you too. So what I don't know what people can keep people say. I don't understand where you go there. If you can keep people, then you can get life extension. I would say I would tell people to do it. But you will go there too, maybe
Go where?
follow. So that crowd what they can be doing killing people that's just nonsense. So when I go to Liberia, I see electricity. Where Corina
Like
used
people to get rid of you, Mr.
yeah.
Davis.
Yeah, I know people won't get that your business, but you will still go there too. So the problem is when it's kind of death, there's no need to be born. Let me tell you. So
Well, don't make us to divert the whole conversation. Do you have a choice to be born?
you don't have
Do you have decision? Do you have any part to play in that decision making?
you don't have part to play in that decision making job. You don't have part to play in your death business. You don't have part. The time for you, you will go. You will not escape. You will not escape it.
Okay.
So the only my main purpose is that if they were putting the healthcare fee, then they train a lot of Liberian people, patriotic Liberians, and then train them that will go back home and serve the country. If they will put it in medical, they will put it in school, they will put it whatever they put it in. It shouldn't be packed by our group of I don't know how I can call it group of capital building. So that group of capital their money shouldn't be for them.
No.
Yeah, because I think
That's
that
not what it's for.
they need to call them group of capital building. They will used to say group of 72nd, so they are group of capital building. So the group of capital building people, their money shouldn't be for them to package. They sit down there, they can't work for 5 weeks, then they say they're going on break. They go on day break. So the government can call them back. I don't know why are they going even on break? There should be no break for them. Everybody's going to work.
They're working. Don't you take vacation?
No, nothing they're doing. And they're creating additional districts.
Don't go jumping. I just stick with the ones that we'll get to that.
What's in the now part?
We will get to that, Mr. Davis. Don't jump into our topic. Just stick with this MCC stuff. Let's talk about it.
That the people are angry within the umbrella, didn't they?
Okay, so the MCC, that's why those people do their, they do a thorough, investigation, inspection on where they need those money to be spent, right?
Yeah.
They're not just giving them the money to put in a budget. No, that's not what the MCC is for.
There's office as the finance ministry, they can be there.
There's
an office for them as finance ministry.
Exactly. So you don't have to worry about it. Are you there?
Oh,
what happened? I just can you see me?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I just took the whole screen off, and I couldn't see my
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see my computer screen. But anyways, like I was saying, you don't have to worry about that part. It's not to be put in the budget. I think the MCC, the way it works, they identify places that they need the money to, be spent. If they're healthcare, if they're security, whatever, they identify those places, and those are the places they expect you to spend that money, not to go put it in your budget. It's not part of your budgetary, whatever, something. Yeah. So it's not something that, and I think they got a special eye on that. They know Africa. They don't just, they loan on screen. But anyway, welcome, Morris. Yeah, they don't just give it to you like that. Say, here's money. Go do whatever you want to do with it. No. They identify places that you're supposed to spend it, and they are on you to make sure that you spend it in those areas. Okay? So that shouldn't be a word. But welcome, Morris.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good, Morris.
God is good.
It's good. Always.
So let's hear, I'm pretty sure you're listening. You always are.
Yeah, but unfortunately not today. Not today, yeah.
Just so we want you to listen. So we're talking about the MCC, Liberia being reaffirmed today, as one of the countries in the run for getting some millions that is laying out there, and how a country is, how people were fighting to stop this from happening, and we were kind of confused why you would want to stop something like that for your country, because in the name of politics or hatred. I don't even know. I don't want to say hatred, but that's exactly what it be, portraying out there. But, what do you think about it? Mr. Davis was saying he's worried about it, that it shouldn't go in a group of capital building pockets. And I'm saying, so this is why I was trying to tell him that he shouldn't worry about it. I don't think that's why it's not part of the budget. But go ahead, let's hear.
Yeah, and and that's why when we come here, every time we got a chance to talk, we'll continue to talk, because people say, oh, government not supposed to respond, people not supposed to. No. How will people not respond when other people just there, they bent on seeing all the bad things to happen to the country? And you say nobody should talk, everybody know. Because look, exactly, people gotta speak. Look, like I said, if you're allergic to bad news, just embrace yourself, because the bad news will suffocate you. Bad news will make you run away from the kitchen because the heat will suffocate you. You run away.
Good news.
The good news will suffocate you. You will run away. So, I mean, it's not of a big surprise because you say, look, the international community can work with anybody as long as you become responsible, you run a responsible government, you run a responsible country, they will work with you. It's just as simple as that. And I see a lot of people go on the social media, did it. Look, the first thing, look at your finance minister, look at your foreign minister, compared to the foreign minister we have and compared to the finance minister we have. Just imagine in your widest mind, if all the same people that are going to be in power, how will you imagine a finance minister that is sanctioned, a finance minister that can't even travel to the state? I'm not saying when I say because somebody misunderstood me, I'm not saying he ain't got paper to travel to the state or he need visa. That's not what I mean. But as a sanctioned minister, where you will come to talk to who? The foreign minister, by your own story, different. He can't even travel to the state. You expect those set of people to be in power and the MCC? No. In fact, when Trump came and said he started the whole thing was a new stuff. They start everything over. Gafon, when they said President Bouaga came, he speak good. While President Bouaga was speaking his good English to Trump, Gafon and his team were on the other side negotiating, talking, convincing the people, telling them that, look, Liberia need this. We are responsible government. And you see, the whole country quiet. President Bouaga ain't got no press conference. Finance minister, they ain't go to church to sing, to dance. Because it's a responsible government. And on the issue of whether it will not go in the lawmaker packet, no, of course it will not go in the lawmaker packet because this is a responsible government. That money will be used for the intended purpose. It will be used for the intended purpose. It will not go in the lawmaker. In fact, it will not even go in it because it comes straight to the executive. You're not going in the lawmaker packet. So if that is a fear, Mr. David, don't worry. This is a responsible government. That money will be used for the intended purpose.
John said you feel very good at stealing money and preparing receipts.
I mean, it's a good news. We're just happy that this thing continues to happen for our country. And if it is a generational curse, I think that curse will be breaking. That chain will break this time around.
Amen. That curse shall be broken.
They have been renamed by me, Group of Capital Bidding.
We were not part of those curses, so we, I know they say, father sin and better iniquity, but they're saying in the same token is that when you do deliverance and from ancestor spirit or sin and all of that, you get delivered, right?
Right.
So yeah, those curses in what do you call it, stereotype or generational curse or whatever they are, we are breaking it. This administration. So the next one, whoever it is, come, they can continue from there because we are free then, right? So that's what we're. So the whole thing about who did
how much did they announce the amount or not yet?
Not yet. They
okay. 200 some more million plus. 200. 200 some more million plus.
They announced it?
I think I will come first.
Oh. You think? Or they announced it?
200 some more million plus.
Okay, because I just saw something from. I didn't see the amount on there, but
because I know Liberia already, the money part already there for us now. Just to know the amount, that's why I'm not sure they have gave the figure. I mean, I don't know. I've not heard the figure, but I know it is certainly certain now that Liberia will get the money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, it is, and just starting. There was a lot of steps that needed to be taken, right?
Mm-hmm.
The steps that the we administration took, it is an important step too. But if this administration did not do what they did,
what is the step that it took?
it wasn't gonna. They started it, so it wasn't gonna. It wasn't gonna go anywhere. So they fact they failed it how many times
When,
before?
when you say they started, what I mean that when you say they
The
started, what I mean?
process, Morris, the process of getting this compass, right? They started the process of it. So when I say process, passing it, they did few. I mean, after filling for how many years since they got it off? I mean, Madam Sully had a good report card, right, on that, and then when they came, it just got bloody red, bloody Mary.
And they
So
gave them
Joey, I say you need a teacher. They supposed to provide
they gave
class.
the money can drink job turn. The 2015 money, it can drink job turn.
yeah. But after that, to put it to work to get the money, it was a problem because all of the, funny thing they were on, they couldn't get that. So, I know they always like to say UP government and stuff because, and I always like to look at it like this. Maybe because I'm used to the whole thing here, right? Even though it's the Democrats and the Republican, but they are two different people, right? The Republican we had in George Bush is not the Republican we got in Donald Trump. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you can have Democrat. The Democrat we had in Bill Clinton is not the Democrat that we had in Joe Biden. So it's even though that the party but it's different people. But they were like people can say, "Oh, the UP government, the UP government, the UP government." I think about it as though the individuals are different. You can have somebody bad jump on that ticket, and with the CDC, the way how horrible they are right now, right? You can pull, let's say, maybe Mr. Cummings on that ticket, or be a different CDC altogether. You can pull, it will be. It will never be anything. Don't get me wrong. That with whatever something with Mr. Cummings, but if Mr. Cummings be the head of CDC and he having a win election, it would never be anything like the we administration. I would never think there would be that. No. And I don't think you, Morris, think that. The way we are in his, with the no summit, with the no whatever, Mr. Cummings, it's never going to be the same CDC because of the individual. It's not the party. The individual that in control makes a difference. I don't know.
But even Madam Salif agenda is different from President Barker agenda.
Right.
If you're somebody that been following the two leadership, it's quite different. Even the way of doing things, the way of appointment is quite different. Yeah, when Madam Saleh took over, it took 3 to 4 months before Madam Saleh could get her full cabinet. It took 3 to 4 months. A lot of ministers that were Judy Brenton, they were acting. The cabinet, the likes of cabinet general was still acting as a justice minister for a couple of months before. So there were people who were still, the only thing she did when she came, she appointed her few friends that she already earmarked. The Olubanki, the other people, this and that, she appointed. It took 3 to 4 months before she could get her full cabinet. When President Barker came, in less than no time, President Barker got her full cabinet. So, yeah, it's different.
Longer too. And President Barker was going to a year. I don't know, maybe I think it took a little bit of time for President Barker to get his cabinet together.
You'd really think so?
Yeah, it took more than 5 months.
Who are missing?
A little bit of time.
Who are missing?
Plenty of appointees were missing.
Yeah.
Who are missing? Name two key positions that were missing for 1 month under Barker.
Well, I don't know about key position. I know a lot of.
Now you see. Now you're thinking.
Yeah, I can't because I don't have it.
Now you're thinking.
Was missing. But yeah, so that's the thing about it. So if you say, "Oh, the UP government or the DISCO," now I can say the CDC government because why? It's the same old faces. The same old brand as that talking about coming by. Everyone said, the ones that I didn't know what they were 12 years in their house, never dated, they didn't even know what to do, but to act a big shot in instead now They want to tell us to know how government is ran. They want to tell us this is not how it's supposed to be. Who's supposed to listen to you? Are you a joker or what? Because you want to come back to do what? Okay, so that's the whole idea with it's not about if they flip that whole squat. You never know. Something good might come out of it. But it's the same old people right now. So what can you expect? So the whole idea of the UP government, no, the individual is what you look at. Because it's just a political party. It's just who is the head of that party to run it to make the decision is what's important, not the party name. Oh, the Unity Party not do that, Unity Party not political, Unity Party not do that. No, two different individuals that have ran that party from the time we start in our time, right? That we know. So it's two different people, and they're both running the country in two different ways. You see what I mean? So that's the whole thing about it. But anyways, let's move on.
But Amy,
Yeah.
before look, every president that come to power, there's two things they run with. In fact, they run the country with their own agenda.
Mm-hmm.
They don't focus on party agenda except they want to. But for the most part, every president comes to power with their own agenda. They have their own plan. They have their own agenda. They share that agenda with the rest of the people. Even Obama became president for the first time. Most of the appointment was he loved friends, people that he believed in.
Mm-hmm.
He loved friends. So when the president come to power, they have their own agenda. Sometimes they can have their agenda hidden. The people don't know. When they come, it is that agenda they will implement. I really don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that president we were running a campaign when they were having their inner circle meeting. I'm not sure he told his people that when I become president, I'll be 47 house. I'll break my house. He never said it.
They're not.
Huh? He would.
I said absolutely not. He didn't.
You get a point I'm making, right?
Yeah.
He didn't tell it. No, he didn't tell it because that was his inner motive agenda. That when he get to power, that's why he will implement. Let any other president, and sometimes it can be good, it can be bad. So every president run the country with their own agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Davis, you got anything else to say before we move on?
Yeah, I just see my opposition brother sedition, especially the Akara Grace. Who president now get a house on the market, you want to sell a house on Finney Hall for $2 million, but I want to buy it.
Mr. Davis, posted mail.
You know that you don't worth $2 million, even $1 million Akara don't worth that amount. So where did he get the money?
How much your house going for?
You want to sell the house for $2 million, but nobody.
What? I gotta see this house.
So probably from Akara great generation to present, I went to school together. I know your background. All ESA, Akara great, Civil Dixon, Mo Ali. You always see Akara great. Not talk too much Mo Ali. We got all from SDA. We don't talk too much on one another because what they. All in the scene and concept, need a challenge. Akara great was my senior student when I was there.
Really?
I was more a senior student too.
So there is.
Yeah.
Akara's girl ahead of you.
Yeah, Akara great older than me. So
it's not pause. Akara's girl older than you.
Akara great older than me. I'm going to tell anybody.
Really?
Yeah. Akara great, you know what he was doing. You know where he came from. They play that ball living when it ring. They can send her in the house. I know that house people. I was friendly with his sister, Clavina Dan. Very smart girl. So I know no second right behind the hill there. That old health minister down there in that valley. That play Akara great and were living. They literally, so their lifestyle there was looking different. Then because one time it seems that anything that I can change my lifestyle can change. Oh no, people's lifestyle can change. But where you came from and to where you were, you should thank God and say hallelujah. Because it was not playing on your mind to overthrow your friend and get the position. Because he took Nuvia from there. Rufus Nuvia was my classmate. They were in Monrovia College. We used to study together. We used to even sleep together. So all together, we used to sleep like that. But I can't grace myself were in SDA. Reverend River then were in what they call, but when Reverend River became representative, I can't go working Reverend River office. This time you were the youth representative. You were
Yeah,
working.
one thing I know about that little tight city, everybody know
Yeah.
everybody.
So from there, we go low, CDC King. Before River became the first representative of CDC, we go to Accra to run propaganda the high over run River River. But he was operating in River River office. The high was looking. So we didn't, I must say, I didn't like the out there, the how you do it. River was our friend. Despite he was in position, he was now identifying with a friend then now. But during a youth meeting, during a youth representation, I represented an organization. I voted for Nouvelle. We voted in the Cathedral High School. We on what they call the town during Julie Brown time. So we needed one youth on the as representatives. So I voted in favor of River. We opened up from Benson Street. I can't remember all the operations now, but the way he was behaving, some all left. So I didn't get too much time with it. Then CDC then come from there, the whole organization from there. I can't remember in Nouvelle South 14. He started making beamer like how you see he overrun Nouvelle from CDC ticket. Like how he took district number 8. Like how he was looking. But all operating together down there. So now I see him making beam more politics. I'm a political. You are in SA, don't do no politics. Even let me tell you, we did politics. When I became senior student, they almost expelled me. We did politics. We say we got to take part in high school. The SGA said they're not taking part in high school, but they're collecting money from us for inter sport, something. They're collecting money for all students there, from ABC all the way, all they're collecting money there. They say they can't take part in high school. Why you didn't pre-politics last time? All of them were afraid. We pre-politics when I became senior student. I said, I think they were expelling me. They called me off for PTA. I went there. The parents have bagged me. I said the only way we can do the thing is they pay all our parent money.
We're talking about your SDA politics.
Yeah, because the problem is say they can only take part in sport with other SDA high school. They can't take part in sport with any other high school. But they want to take part in singing with other high school. So no, we can't do it. That year they came on that year when the PCFB SDA decided to take part in sporting. You see, they collected me. Me and my men will play the BO, Sinsano BO 7, some Western BO I think 5, and Muslim Congress BO 4. So that one was not bad. They were all first time. We don't play sport.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Let's sending back to this so-called adding extra districts. So there's 73, right? That we already got.
Yeah, we got 72 or 73.
73, right? 72,
Yeah.
73.
73.
73.
Like everything adding?
73 constituent, that's what we have.
So to have extra 14 added onto that.
14?
Right. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
That's
That's what the House has passed, that is you add is you draw. Is that what I call it? Draw something district or whatever. But yeah, extra 14. We already got 73 that we are complaining about, right, guys? We got 73. We complain about them taking, money that shouldn't be given to them. In salary is too much. Their salaries are too much, and they're not doing much to in their districts and all of that. Then they're talking about adding extra 14. What prompted this so-called decision? I mean, this facts decision. What? Because the civics. I'll let you come on with it with education and first before something, because I know people always say, "Oh, these people, that's their constitution or something." But yeah, it can be constitutional rights given to you, but there are clauses around those things, right? Processes that you have to follow doing those something. I don't think the Constitution can just tell you say get up and just do it out of nowhere because you feel like doing it. There should be, decisions, things that prompt your decision, and you. I mean, I never heard about this conversation at all. All I'm hearing about is their past. And somebody to add 14 more districts. I'm like, okay, when did this come about? I never heard a conversation in the corridor about things that we're doing, about engagement, about it being the community, about seeing what is needed, or where community is overcrowded, what community is growing, that it needs to cut into two. Yeah, please help me out, because I think y'all know more about the district than I do. Let's start with you, Morris.
I think the little that I know about regarding the whole stuff is that I think there's somewhere in the Constitution that says every time there's a census, I think there's a census, there should be a shift in the threshold. And the threshold, the minimum, I think the minimum should be 20,000 per constituent. There's a 20,000, like in the area, that area needed representation. I think that's where they're coming from with the whole stuff.
Has there been any census in years?
Yeah, the first time under Madam Salif, when they had a huh? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Under Madam Salif, when they had a census, there was some shift in terms of the constituent, which one? Because remember, the district that we were living in, the Ashmore Street, Front Street, it was district number 1. But then, right after the election, the 2005 election was district number 1. The first representative for that district was this lady, Alumiza Enos. I hope I'm correct. I'm pronouncing the name right. I think Enos or something. Alumiza. She was the representative for that district. It was district number 1. But then, Moses, the district at Carol Green, I think, but they were district number 2.
Number 8.
So yeah, after the shift in that census and stuff like that, when they redo the threshold stuff, the high became district number 7. The current district number 7, it was district number 1. So they always come in with a thing. But the thing here is that it's not that every time it happens, it should, the lawmakers should, by all means, they should add. You know what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. And the law, they didn't even say, as long as it's 20,000, just say it's the benchmark. So the lawmaker could choose to say, you know what, okay, let's give it 50,000. Let's say, okay, you know what, because of the prevailing conditions now, let's look for 50,000 or let's look for 40,000 instead of just picking up on 20,000. And it's something that the lawmaker too can say, you know what, looking at the prevailing condition, we're not prepared for this. It's not even expedient. And you see the reason why it's not a bad thing for us to have representation from all angles. I remember the 2000, the TRC recommendation, Dr. H. Boma Formula, he makes similar recommendation. I think when he was asked a recommendation for sustainable, peace in Liberia, one of his recommendation was that we need to get representation from all over. He did not base it on the threshold, the population. He said the student council need a representation in the house. They need a lawmaker. They need their own lawmaker. The local chief need their own lawmakers. The religious people need their own lawmakers. The civil society, that was his own recommendation. Even I don't agree with him.
Yeah, well,
and I still don't agree with him. So it's not because, look, we all can represent each other. We got like 5 million population. Right now we have a representational democracy. Everybody can go in the house to represent. We need people to represent us. But at the same time, we're not prepared for that. And look at the outcry. The lawmaker, they're not even smart, because if they were smart enough, the first thing you're supposed to look at how appealing you guys are to the people.
But this is what I understand. This is the Constitution giving us something, right? But
right.
Why, how fast they went and took care of this situation that is not even anything that is burning on the people. Look how fast they passed this bill, right?
Right.
Why is it not, why the energy, right? The speed that it ran with they passed this thing. Why isn't it the same speed that when people say, or reduce your salaries,
Exactly.
do things to bring like good representation in the district, schools,
That just where that the plane will really come in.
healthcare, and all of that. Why isn't it? Why creating a whole new, like 14 more seats to add onto our headache and burden already? Why was
Right.
that such a fast decision to be made? And it was just like this, passed like that in no time.
And that the place that the player that the player are really coming from, because you see the first thing, even if we get 1,000 lawmakers, but to be honest, if they really mean well for the country, they're taking 1,000 a month. We ain't buy 2,000 for that. We're not giving a 2,000 for gas. We're not buying scratch car for them. We're not paying the people that are cooking for them, the people that are driving their car. We're not paying for all those things. Maybe the people, maybe over time, if they have work on that, the citizen will look into that. But the first thing, the people already see you to be very, very corrupt. If you ask probably 10 persons, maybe 10, 8 will tell you, say, dissolve the law, dissolve. There are people who even say that they should dissolve the house, even though you can't do that. So
Yes.
you're not appealing to the people.
More on it. We want to go.
Yeah, exactly. You're not appealing to the people. Then you're coming over the kind of awkward, something. Yeah. I mean, they're not smart enough. There are a whole lot of work they should have done, and maybe they come all this stuff to the people. Maybe the people will reason out. But you're still making 10, 15,000. You're still doing all the kind of thing. People still see you to be very corrupt.
Right.
They are coming out to say R14. So it's just sad. But that's where they're coming from, actually.
Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, in it, I know the Southeast is part of those districting too. And for some of us civics in that I did in America, like, population is part of some of the things that trickle new districting and all of that extra stuff. Why is there the Southeast? They always talk about being the lower accountants and stuff like that. Why are they added in this so-called 14? I mean, redistricting thing they're up for.
Even my district redistricting for in Bon County, I really don't like it. All my nephew told me, uncle, the district redistricting, and they're going to divide into 2 districts, which is District 1. So I don't know, they're going to be District 1 and District 2 now. So I didn't go for the area. I don't care how many populations down there. They should live on 1 district. For example, I had a conversation with Memon Bridge one time when she said that when she was running campaign Salala, I stopped that day. I told her that our politics she was pushing to divide Bon County is the wrong thing to do. To make Bon County into 2 counties is not correct. So
that big?
You can get lower Bon County and upper Bon County because they feel that upper Bon County get majority of what they need. But they forget to know that, the area they're from, we're now saying it like that, they were senators throughout. All 2 senators were always coming from lower Bon County. All 2 senators. But now you see now, upper Bon County is ready now. Majority, almost all the senators coming from upper Bon County now. Because upper Bon County is populated, so they wanted for us to divide the county into 2. So I said, remember, the campaign speech is not right. To divide the county into 2. It's not right. So if you want to preach your campaign, you want to be representative, just go on a representative call, not to divide the county. And since you've been there, you're not being successful to divide, but all of them being successful to get additional district added to them, granted them will get additional, instead of getting, I think 3 districts, they will get at least 4 or 5. The other county then, because while the other county get 10, the other county get more representatives in the house than the other county. So they're trying to claim it louder.
Well, that depends on the population, though. It doesn't matter whether you are counted and the other person counted. Lofa is bigger than Grand Crew. Lofa cannot say Grand Crew cannot say because Lofa got 13 representatives. So as tiny as it is, they should get 13 too. No,
Lofa and their population, I know.
It's based on the
And for Grand Judah, not because Grand Judah is big in land mass.
Mm-hmm.
That country, that population alone can create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 of the counties in the southeastern region. So can we say, because we get Nima now district, so it means that the far counties that in the southeastern, all of them get more than 9 districts. Can we say Nima should have more than that? No, at least okay. Because Nima get more population than the people that in the southeast. Majority, there are 4 or 5 counties in the southeast. So like going to the southeast part of
The size and the population, yeah.
population is less. So even the population is less, I think Liberia is not ready for it now. So I think the group of capital building, they should think twice in creating what they're trying to do. Because Jeff for the car will be $630,000 just for the car for the first 3 years. The second 3 years going to be another $630,000 just for 14 lawmakers. So we're talking about that budget for their office to spend, bringing additional 17, each of them bringing 17% on board to work in their offices.
Yeah, that's just
They need to cut them down. The group of capital building need to cut most of these things down because it's waste, complete waste. They're not doing nothing. You go look in our own district, some of them not get Google houses. They say only want to do for campaign time. See them go there to tell them to build a bag of rest, and I'll put them to until the bag of rest. Now everything is saying so. In Liberia, I mean, we'll just talk about it will pass.
But the thing about it is that Morris, we like Mr. Davis was just talking the budget. We already having problem. We talk about they controlling your money. When they go set in front of them for budgeting, when those agents said in the entity then go say, "Oh, that's a good idea, but there's no money." Why should it be the house that always don't worry about the country not having money, but every other places that people the common Liberians will benefit, those areas you always worry about the country not having money, but people who are supposed to be there and be so-called lawmakers, they never worry about the country not having money. They're always doing things and making decisions that put stress on the country. Why should that be? Why should it be? We already talking about that. Then I mean, if they are doing this, does that mean they will go ahead and pass the bill of reducing their salary and reducing all of that what's it? Allowances and all of that, whatever thing that benefits them, would they reduce it to do that, or they would keep it just as it is and go ahead and add 14 more people on there with the same or something?
But you see, I think our only hope here is that the House, Liberia will have the bicameral form of legislation, right? Some other countries, they got unicameral, but for Liberia, we got a bicameral system, meaning 2 separate houses. The lower house and the upper house, they don't meet together. So we only hope that the Senate will not concur with them. And even if the Senate concur with them, the president also has the power to veto it. So there's a hope. And I truly believe that the House, the Senate may not concur with them, but again, you don't trust them because they're all the same.
Right.
Yeah, like I was telling somebody, I said maybe they want to bring more yakers, more DJ blues, more color green, because yake already there. Every day they throw yake osa. Every day they throw yake osa. So they won't bring. They won't bring. Yeah, every day they train yake osa. They won't bring more yake. They want add more yake. Another 14. Maybe that 14% they come out. Maybe you get 5 that will be yake. Another yake.
No, this is rather concerning though, because
I mean it is serious, because the fact that they didn't even do justice to the people. I mean, that is a slap in the face of the people, because they should have had a conversation with the people, the Liberian people. They're not there representing themselves. No lawmaker took
their constituency.
Their constituency. No lawmaker took this debate. No lawmaker took this conversation to their constituency, or even go on there, or just tell on the street. He said, "This is what I want to do. Why you take? Why you see? Why you do?" So it was a slap on the face of the people.
the local
You know,
government and we
yeah.
talked to them. I mean, like I said, when I heard this thing, I was kind of shocked. I'm like, well, when did this happen? Like, we never heard anything like that being, talked about that. This is what they were thinking about. If you would get up and put a burden like this on the budget, on the people,
So yeah,
how-
I think we as the people can also stand their face. And this is where sometimes I get frustrated with our people, because when I started coming on the show, I started saying something. I said, look, until Liberians start to stand against most of the laws, because the problem of our country that the laws are bad. And
yeah,
as much as, if you remember when I started coming on the show, I said that when the laws are bad, the politician benefit. They will always use the law to do whatever they want to do. I kept saying it until Liberian people stand to say, you know what, we have to stand against most of the bad laws for the laws to be changed, because our laws are bad. And when the laws are bad, the politician benefit. They will always say, oh, that the law. Because look at the other thing they came up with. Oh, that. So you see, so we have to stand and change most of the laws in our country. Like, bro, the only country that can change the law, since they made that law 19, it's just there. They can't change it. It's just there. What is that?
but the thing is, when people talking about the Constitution back then on that, yeah, but the Constitution did not just tell you to just get up and sleep on the wrong side of the rock one day and say we're going to do redistricting. There are things that you have to look at. Like you have to look at, right? That the Constitution says you must look at to do, like, the population, the true census data. When was the last time we had census in Liberia?
Yeah,
You
job.
mean the
But
job?
I'm not talking about that fake census they did. I mean real
Ellington.
census.
only thing,
Exactly.
only thing.
Ellington.
Since then,
Ellington.
they haven't done any new census or anything to inform them that these places are so overly populated, or this is going on, or they're having new or redistricting and all of that is going to benefit them in this way, in that way. It should be something that, not just something you just get up and you think, oh, it would suit us, so let's do it. It has to be something that got some kind of impact on the people, and you go talking to them, you go informing them, I mean, it's like you go carrying report or do reports to your employers, and talking to them about these things, local governments and others, people then too. When did it
Mm-hmm.
come up with all of this thing and just rushing it, spilling it?
No, nobody even know the whole country. Nobody know. It surprised everybody. It
Yeah,
came as a surprise to everybody.
spilling it, passing it like
Yeah,
that, right? But
that
things that you have schools then that ended up charging school fees. People $500, $600 in a country that half for the people are not working. When do these so-called laws, when they call them, they have their oversight responsibility. When do they call these people to make sure that the right thing is being done, to be speeded about it like that? You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that piss some of us off. What they can understand, this is selfish, and I think some of them they're doing it because they want to create a new district. So this guy that is eyeing my seat, he can, has chance to look the other way when they create new districts, and then this one. So then I'll have some nonsense that some of them feeding into and doing this, because at this point in time in Liberia, I don't think this is a necessity. That I don't think this is something that they should be doing right now. We don't need it because of the constraint that they will put on the budget and all of that, and extra. We're telling you to reduce your damn salary because we needed money. What makes you think we want you to come and add extra burden on the budget? Because those people that gotta get paid. Like Mr. Davis said, they will have to bring employees, right? They would have to be, how many employees they need?
17.
17 employees. They will have to bring no one in to pay them. They will have to have a few for that on a generator. Then they will have to have what, $45,000 cars every 3 years. They will have to have all of those things, that money sending from the country. So we already complaining with your 73 already. We complaining about the one you're getting. Then you talking about adding extra 14 on it. What kind of mess is this? can't even. When I heard this news today, can you imagine? I heard this news. I'm like, what? Still what? Like, no,
I,
that can't be
I
true.
heard it. I heard it yesterday. Actually, who did I? I think I saw you on Facebook. Yeah, I saw you on Facebook yesterday.
Guys, this is selfish, and I think that I pray that the Senate don't pay attention to this nonsense, and that when someone else start calling the one that we know there to not even pay attention to this because this is not good at all. And no one is saying that they cannot do redistricting when it's something, but right now, I don't think it's doing anything to anybody that they need to do it that fast, speedily, and all of that. It's not doing anything. I don't care whether you have something. Why? And when I hear when people say, "Oh, they gave them they have the Constitution back into do that," oh, we know that. But should that they have the Constitution back into create their own salary, right? Should they put that salary to $25,000? And we'll say, hey, instead what? They have the Constitution back into make their own salary. Is that what the argument would be?
No, but the Constitution, they didn't even say right away they should come out. The Constitution said a benchmark, say from 20,000 up. So they could choose to say, you know what? Let's wait. Probably the next census, it will be 50,000. The population will grow.
Right.
Maybe let's say 60,000.
Yeah. Do a census. You can't just get up. You have to do a census or something. You can't just get up and say, "Oh, the census that we did since 12 years ago, that should be enough now." No, maybe who knows? Maybe you guys are right, but do we need it right now? Think about the country. Think about growing, doing things in the country, developing the country, moving the country forward. The money, the budget, the just that we always complaining. There's no money. Even if they come up with a budget, how many % of that budget is salary? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but they should be smart to know that is they putting right now for us to do this. Is it necessary? Do we need this right now? Is it changing anything? Is it doing anything to anybody if we don't do it? In my opinion, no, it's not.
The only change in certain people's life.
Right. In my opinion, it's not doing anything. It will not change anything in the country because the thing about it is that in Liberia right now, it's like only government officials are the only people who are lawmakers, to be exact, are the only people who are really, truly Liberians that are entitled to benefiting. The fact that they can get everything free. How can you be the one making money? You get everything free. Then the ones who are not making money, they pay for everything. Make that make sense to me. You making money, you're working. You're getting all of the benefits, all of the gas slip, all of the this. You bring anything in the country, it's free of charge. Continue, right? And then the poor who don't have the job, they have to pay all of this amount of money that to somebody, and then you want to. I don't think this is a good idea. That's all I'm saying. But come here, Mr. Davis.
It's a huge body. It will be a huge body on government because they bring in 17 people. All those 17 people, they got to take salary. So you times 17 by 14, that's a lot of people.
73 and 14.
Yeah.
Oh, they're workers, right?
Yeah, they bring in along with them. Their own budget just for that car is $630,000. Just to get them $5,000. So look at it, they gotta buy tables, they gotta buy office equipment, the entire ready, then they lose it, they get it back. You know, the group of capital building people should think twice. To me, I want them to erase that part of the people because they're not representing nobody, they represent us. Because some people they come there are represented, they're not even qualified to become a representative. I don't want to lie to you. They go there, they're not representing the people, like example. Let's say Yeka was Unity Party president, but is Yeka eligible to become a representative? No. She's not qualified to be a representative. But right, Yeka should be paying for what it takes in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody's going to let them to come and after killing people, then they pay you over it. George Poley, all the groups and some money. Yeah.
Is he still a representative?
No, it's what I'm saying. Those people shouldn't even touch power.
They shouldn't have let them to. Let Prince Johnson, none of them supposed to be near anyone what they call power.
They paying them for what they did for killing our brother and sister. They don't turn around pay them. It's so wrong. So the one where they did, I can't even get over it. I don't know how we're gonna sleep over it. How we're gonna look at it. I could be happy because my district were part of it. Or in fact, my district they're going to be two different districts, which I hate. I don't want it for our district to be two different districts. The one district out there is okay, but now I'm coming to get two different districts. I don't know how they're going to call it. I don't know the name district number one. I don't know the other name for. We go get our district name, but I don't know the other name you're going to attach to our district. I don't know which is very wrong. But it brings huge burden on government. Just for that car, not for that desk, not for that table, not for their office equipment whatsoever. Because each of them office equipment will be more. It will not be. It will be. I think they can give them 6,000 or 5,000. Can you imagine like giving 14 people 5,000 each again? Then tell them right, give them 45,000. Then tell them right, start paying them $16,000. It's a huge. Then nothing at the end. Nothing going to go to the country. There'll be the healthcare going to be low because there's no money. The security sector going to be low because there's no money. So I don't know. The justice ministry going to be very low because there's no money to have to prosecute. So
they're going through that right now. Like all of these people that are being indicted through corruption, through the auditing, they're not doing anything because the justice ministry is not working.
Small.
They're not. Somebody they're saying there's a lot of cases and the new court. You know, it's already a mess. I don't know.
You know, Ghana just recently Ghana had 276 constituents. They just added just one to make it 277. So they just added one. America has America with a population over 300 million. America got 400. We all know that little over 400 constituents. Federal, federal yeah.
435 lawmakers.
435, right? Yeah, 435. So a small country like Liberia, you got 73. Whatever, Sierra Leone get 81.
And
no, Sierra Leone,
Texas, like I think 3 or 4 times.
Sierra Leone get 141. I think 140 something in total, including the Senate and everything. I mean, yeah, small country like Guinea Pada, so your country they got 81. You know, yeah, we got small country. Look, Mr. David, the problem with Liberia, the people themselves. You talk about you elect all the warlord. Well, that's the problem. In Angola, when they had the first election, General Savimbi, he didn't win. Even in his own hometown, he didn't win election.
Yeah.
In Sierra Leone, when they had election, since that was their right, the rebel group that was their right to run for election, they let them run. But they didn't even get more than %. None of them.
Only like breaking.
In your own country, you give all of them power.
Yep, all of them.
When you live on America, yeah, they say you steal. You go Liberia put me you lawmaker. I know somebody currently who is a lawmaker like bro. He just won the election, I think recently. That man has someone that grew in the country. He could even pay the people. He was owing the people. They sue him all over the place. They run away well like bro. He's a lawmaker. Yes, he's a lawmaker. He's a lawmaker. When I took over the main speaker, he took the people money. He went like bro. The cashing here. He went like bro. He main lawmaker. So that's the people right there. The problem, Liberian problem, it is sad. It's really sad. It is sad.
Everybody else can think that this is not good for the country, but Liberian people can be jumping behind it and singing and be hailing them.
So that the reason why we're allergic to good things. We think the country must just remain like that. The country must not even go in front, must not go nowhere, it must just remain the way it is. You know, it is sad. But I can't really, Amy, I can't wrong.
No, better close. They got one person, one good person trying to do something. Everybody fighting it. Oh, that one I committed. That one just lying. That one just faking. That one just. It's just so ridiculous.
No, man.
Because they want everybody to be the same. Oh, don't shine more than me. Don't shine more than my own guy. It's crazy.
Even when you want change, they will say, but now, why now? They will ask you why you want change.
Yeah, why
Just
now?
remain.
Why now? Because they can get on my nerves.
Just remain.
Why
Don't
now?
change. Just remain. Oh, that now you want change?
And they've been battling. Some people still can't add the same on change the time they in office for officers to 4 year, president to 4. They will never do it.
Exactly. They can never pass the laws and still do it like that. So change that tenure to at least 4 years. In these years that the United States is not 2 years. They will never do it till 3 or 4 years. But rushing like this to pass something that is not doing anything for the country or for the people.
Go for how they can call it. Did you go for A?
And right now,
they will never allocate any money for it, so it will never take place. So at least every representative will be 4 years, and you will not go for more than 2 terms. And then pass our law. It will be fine. Then at least everybody will change and taste the stuff. Every representative will not go for more than 2 years. 2 terms, 4 years term.
No, they can remain. I don't mind about the tenure.
No,
the time.
That the reason I see most of them they want even 20 because they enjoy. They are 20 or they are 30 or they didn't care. They still getting at 16,000. So they didn't care.
Yeah, that's wrong. But let's kind of wrap up and put in that early morning tomorrow. Let's start for you, Mark.
Yeah, Master, I got to run some money. But yeah, we'll continue to talk. Amy, do you follow Bob Marley? Are you a fan of Bob Marley?
Bob Marley? No.
No.
I know of him, but
there's a song.
The dude is dead. What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh man, Bob Marley still remained the number 1 reggae star in the world. He made that in 1982, but he still remained number 1.
See, Bob Marley died way before I was born.
Yeah, he died in 1982, but he still remained number 1, the number 1 reggae star. Yeah, number 1 reggae star.
I was alive when he died. Oh, now you just heard me.
Yeah, Bob Marley made one song. He called the song I Shot the Sheriff, but I Did Not Shoot the Deputy. He made that song in 1973. His house was burglarized. So I think he managed to shot one of the people that came to burglarize the house and stuff like that. So after the whole stuff, so he made a song, I Shot the Sheriff. So yeah. Huh? You singing a song?
Mm-hmm.
David singing a song. So when he made that song, he was still feeling the pain. So they have an interview with him, I think, on BBC. So they asked him, why you just went through all this stuff and you didn't even wait. And you hear singing on stage, dancing, singing song. You know what Bob Marley said? Bob Marley said, the people that are harassing, the people that are terrorizing our people, our community, the people that are spreading the misinformation, corrupting our people's mind. He said they ain't got day off.
Exactly.
He said those people, they ain't got day off. So we are trying to make the changes. We are trying to change the narrative. We are trying to make peace in the community. We are trying to make, to send the right message out there. You really think we should have a day off?
Absolutely not.
No, he said we shouldn't. He said no, we shouldn't have a day off. So we come here every time because they are just people that bent on seeing the bad thing. Even when they will come, sometimes they come in many ways disguised and not politician and not supporting this. By the end of the day, just listen to them. So if you truly love your country, you don't get tired. Don't get tired. You got to push. You got to keep pushing. Other than that, your country they will take over you because they not get day off. The other point they will say yourself too. Well, it was a good one, man. I hope to join you guys probably tonight or later tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I one of the people that praying that they should erase the group of capital building. So because the group of capital building, these are their embarrassments within the Liberian sector. Because people go there with a mindset, they go the wrong campaign, I'm going to come in your community and bring changes. They only go in their own community, in their houses, and also make changes for their own home. They build a fan house, they'll get generator, they get fuel, they get this one, they get it now, generator running 24 hours, they get air conditioner running. Only that life going to change. They will never change the people. Nothing. They will not pass good health bill that are going to support the country. They only pass bill and increase the salary that are going to benefit them and their family. They send their children there abroad to come to school. When scholarship comes, they're looking for their girlfriend and to put on the scholarship. They don't looking for the people that are the scholarship for. So, it's just hard to say anything good about Liberians. It's just difficult because the group of capital building, they can really embarrass the country. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you again for your time, for tuning in, for watching us. We appreciate you. Continue to share the show, continue to share, and continue to speak on these things. And I think we all, but most of you that watch this, maybe you don't come on these platforms, but you have Facebook pages that you write on all the time. And I think you should go and do those posts about this whole redistricting thing and adding extra 14 lawmakers on our already crowded budget is a bad idea, and I think we all should speak against it and tell people. And I don't know when Liberian people, this is, like every time, right, when Senator Dillon said that he proposed for them to cut their salaries to $5,000, and when he started, nobody wanted to do it, and he started redirecting that money when he had his foundation set up and all of that. He used to do it as projects in a districts and stuff. But Liberian people were there. People were politicking, right? Telling them, oh, Dillon lying, Dillon this, Dillon's that, Dillon's this. Oh, Dillon didn't do that. When they took $10,000 in the house, to make this seem like Senator Dillon was the only person in the house working there. The noise they were making all around here. This is something that you're supposed to make noise about. All of the noise that you can make, all of the platform we know those platforms now is not about politicking. Nobody wants to see anything good, so they have to lie. This is the time that you're supposed to be someone. Okay, the bill that somebody else said, oh, I will never get on the floor. One of our good brother here, Anthony, they're not expecting that bill. Trust me, that was I got to it. What a minute! I bet you there. Now it's his sister in your there. Why he can't put it out? Well, it's out there. You heard it first. They introduce that bill. Like the whole floor should flip around on the Senate floor. No, most people they wanted to something that. This is the time now that he showed you that it was not a joke, and he got angry about it. Like every time you put a microphone to my lip, you ask me this question: why don't y'all push it? As journalists and people, Liberian people, the same way they can be angry, be spreading fake news around like they don't do that. Why don't you push the one year to make everybody else, my colleagues, to come on board? He didn't. I don't see anybody making noise about it. Liberian people always there. The things they're supposed to make noise about, they will leave it and be things that are happening. Good things are happening. People will come and penetrate them. Will come and lie to them, say, let's make noise about it because we want to play politics. They will jump behind them and go do it. But things that already benefit them, that they need to make noise, something good that is happening or bad that is happening that they need to stand up for, they can never do it. And this is one of it. This whole redistricting thing, I think is a bad idea. The fact that, they got the right, it's not a bad idea if the country is thriving, if the country have the money to fund all of these, lawmakers and all of their bad habit that they come in with, and all of the, salaries and allowances and benefits and all the others, something. If it's not going to be an extra burden on the country, then that's no problem. But right now, they can keep that for later. It can be done. It needs to be done if the place is populated. Yeah, that's what it says. But do we need it right now? What is it going to be? How is it going to benefits what we already got going on, or how is it going to hurt it? That's what we need to be thinking about. And apparently, our so-called lawmakers are not thinking about that. So I think we need to be the one to think about it and make noise behind them to not, they're not passing in the House, for the Senate to not, they're being the eldest, to not do it. And I think that's what I was start for this. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate you. And as always, we will see you guys well in tomorrow. And please take good care of yourself and continue